Are you ready? You have 0 viewers. Welcome to the Snot Cave. You're tuned in live, yeah? Flat Earth Early Bird episode Who Even Cares, yeah? Moaning scumbags, let's go! Where my scumbags at? I see the track, it's empty again. 0 viewers, but I still pretend. The truth lives here inside my skull. I'm live and I am never dull, yeah? Everybody roll it up, hit that light. Rocket it up, rocket it up. 1,000 down, but that's not enough. Rocket it up, rocket it up. Rumble shot dead, but he's begging love. Snot cave glowing, screen light blue. Talking to ghosts like there's somebody new. Tartaria mud floods divides our mind. Band every troll and I'm feeling fine. Yeah. Owen said this, so it must be true. Alex screamed and I'm screaming too. Astro project when the string gets slow. Float above the flat earth down below. Yeah. Hit the light, come on. Check the counter, everybody's gone. 1,000 rogues down to cross the string. Biggest ratio that you've never seen. Yeah. Why don't they see what I see? Why won't they send that energy? Every man's an act of love. Every download's not enough. 3, 2, 1. Drop it! Hands up! Let me hear you breathe! Let what that world believe! Focus it up! Focus it up! Focus it up!
Oh, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are all in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. You really use it. Right. So yeah, sorry for starting a bit late today. Couldn't really make it fit. Weather is strange. It's partially clouded. Might even be coming some rain out of some of those clouds. But yeah, there's also some really nice clear blue sky in between all that. And some moments of sun. And they are very nice. But despite that, it's still very cold outside. Like deceptively cold. Like it doesn't look as cold as it actually is, because there's a wind going and there's just, I don't know, there's high humidity or something, and it's just cold. So if you're gonna go out, definitely go out well dressed in this kind of weather, because it's colder than it looks. Right, but yeah, the clear blue sky is definitely very welcome, very beautiful. Wish there was just more of it, less clouds, more of that. But it's quite a welcoming sight after like all these days of trailing that have preceded today. Just look at how blue that is, yeah! Blue, deep, deep blue, I love it. Great. Right. So, it is Wednesday, the 25th of March, 2026. Oh. Hold on, I need to get the bell. Never mind. I am expecting a package to arrive somewhere between now and later this evening, but my roommate's also there opening the door, so right, I was looking at the weather. Temperature is 9 degrees Celsius, 62% humidity, 23 kilometers an hour wind, 47% precipitation with, outlook of rain. So yeah, that makes sense. Tomorrow's even colder. Ish. Not a fan of that. And it does get kind of cold at night too. So yeah, I mean, this is the type of weather where if you're not careful with all the warming and cooling, you could definitely get a cold in this, especially with a bunch of pollen flying around as well. So, and I do feel a little bit sniffy too, so I gotta be careful. Next time I'm going outside on my bike, I'm gonna like put a scarf on, make sure, because it's colder than it looks. Like even with the sun out. Right, when the sun hits you, it's kind of nice, but on the other side, where the sun isn't hitting it, even there it's already, you still feel the cold. So yeah, if you want to enjoy it, you probably best stay inside and just sit in a chair behind the window that faces the sun, and that way you can really enjoy it without the cold. Right. Unfortunately, I can't do that here. Right. So, hope everybody's having a great day. Thought yesterday's show was really good. Very happy about it. Kinda surprised that trolls didn't pile onto that one, but maybe they demonstratively didn't, because they already got in here right away before I even started the show. So ridiculous. So I don't even know what to talk about. I'm just kind of mellow. Plenty of interesting videos coming by. I didn't really think to save a lot of them. What's this guy? Internet is dying. He has some really interesting ideas. Let's see. What's this thing?
A few weeks.
Oh, yeah, 6.5 minutes. But yeah, I was like, hey, I'm definitely gonna play that tomorrow. And then they played it on InfoWars. It always happens. Sometimes I get to them first, and sometimes the InfoWars crew gets to it first. Because, I mean, yeah, there's some really good videos going around. And this was also kind of interesting. Maybe I'll play just a little bit of it. I don't really have a subject right on the top of my mind anyway, so yeah, let's just play this. Yeah.
Weeks ago, Nikita gets on his own platform and says, in less than 90 days, iMessage, phone calls, and Gmail will be so flooded with spam and automation that they will no longer be usable, and we will have no way to stop it. Now, this isn't some random schmuck posting conspiracy theories on Reddit about how Chipotle gives you diarrhea on purpose. No, this is a man who gets professionally destroyed by this shit every single day, and he's basically telling the rest of us to lube up because it's coming for everyone. 2 weeks later, he purges 1.7 million bot accounts off X, and the next day they just respawn. See, bots used to be simple. Now they have like a PhD in natural language processing and a Bitcoin wall. And so someone asks him why it's about to get worse, and his answer was the one word no one wants to hear: OpenClaw. Now, if you're not familiar with OpenClaw, firstly, I envy you. It's currently the highest starred software project in GitHub history. It has more stars than React. Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, who has almost certainly never tried OpenClaw or even knows what it does, just called it the most important open source project in the history of humanity. what OpenClaw does is it lets any moron with a laptop build an AI agent that can send emails and texts and browse the web and make phone calls and impersonate you. Some guy had his OpenClaw negotiate car prices with dealers over iMessage while he was at brunch. Nikita's point is basically what happens when every scammer in Nigeria and every crypto bro in Miami and every horny catfisher in Wyoming gets one of these. See, because before you needed to actually know shit to be a spammer. You needed to know how to operate servers and write scripts and read code. Now you just need a laptop and the moral compass of a pharma CEO. And the problem with spam is not just that it's a nuisance. The Chinese government, surprise, surprise, they figure this out before anyone. The Chinese government floods X search results with porn every time there's some political unrest. So when there's protests in China, the search results for Chinese keywords suddenly become nothing but tits and ass. It's no longer censorship or blocking the information. Now you drown the information out with content that is 10 times more engaging. Some guy in Beijing opens up X to look up protest footage and instead finds himself jerking off for 45 minutes. The CCP is looking through his webcam like, nice, we got him. You can't overthrow the government while you're jerking off. It's the Great Cum Wall of China. Basically, we all live behind that wall now. And the reply spam on X, I mean, it used to be like hot girls in bikinis saying, check out my profile. Now it's AI-generated hot girls with AI-generated bikinis going, check out my AI-generated profile, which links to an AI-generated crypto scam. We used to get scammed by real people, damn it. The worst part about modern AI content is that every single piece of AI-generated content was specifically engineered at the neural network level to be more engaging than anything a human being can ever write. There's a process called RLHF, where they train these models by showing humans two responses and asking them which one do you prefer, and then they just
Just wanted to say, like, oh, they got the perfect thing where they know exactly what you want and they're gonna adapt to that. And in theory, because all those things they don't take into account, like free will and like actual introspective realizations, like it can't account for the person it's trying to influence to actually be aware of it. See, it doesn't work. It's not that dynamic. Like, because that's even hard for humans to do that. It's the part of the nature of trickery in itself. And so, like, oh, they could do something like this to me. Like, oh, I'm trying to find something and they just shove shit in my face that they think that will really distract me. I will immediately know they're trying to distract me, and that will ensure that it's not gonna get to me. It's like, in the moment I immediately realize I'm being manipulated, so I'm specifically gonna do exactly the opposite and not give into it and not hold on to it and immediately forget about it and not be pulled into that direction, that frequency that they're trying to push on me. And so it works statistically, but it's all based on the model that everybody is a complacent zombie, basically, in one way or another, or very easily trickable, or very narcissistic and then easily played onto by that. Like, oh, that's the auto assumption of all of that kind of configured to be weak. It assumes the worst case scenario, the weakest case scenario for its participant. That's how it operates. So it's not actually super perfectly attuned, because it can't account for the consciousness factor. It can't account for the quantum factor of consciousness. It just doesn't. I just wanted to make that little note there in between, right at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Great timing on my part. Right, so let's continue.
force whichever one is more compelling. Every AI model has been mathematically optimized to hold your attention better than any human written piece of content ever could. Google traffic to actual publishers dropped 38%
Statistically,
last year
in
in the
theory.
US alone. The economic model of the internet is collapsing. We had a deal. We paid humans to write genuine things, and in exchange, they got ad revenue. That deal is now dead, because why would an ad network pay a human when a bot generates more clicks? The algorithm doesn't care. The ad networks don't care. Nobody in the
This is a flawed theory too, because if I'm gonna see some kind of an ad for whatever, it might be something that I'm kind of interested in. If I'm noticing that the ad is full-blown CGI, like AI generated basically, not real people, it will be immediately like, okay, well then they cannot be trusted at all. Like they're really trying to manipulate me. If it's real people that are involved, then I have something to read. I have spiritual metadata to tap into with these people, these actors or participants or whatever they're going to be, that tells me something about the frequency of the operation, and to a degree with moderate reliability, how reliable they potentially are. If it's fully AI generated, like, I will not be able to read that kind of data out of it spiritually with my finer senses, and then I will immediately skip it because it's a wild gamble. Then I'm never gonna do that because it can't be trusted. There's no sensory to pick up to be an anchor point to determine whether you could do something with them. There's nothing to reveal about them, right? When it's real actors that participate, you can at least get some feel on like what the company is like, what the operation is like, what kind of people are behind it and steering it, besides what they tell you. Also, what do the actors really believe in it? Do they understand it? All these kinds of spiritual metadata things come off real people, not the AI. AI generated images, they don't have that. At best, they can like get a very specific like moment, like a certain feeling in the character, and then express that pretty uniformly, but not complicated actual information based backdrop things. It can't do that. It doesn't do that. Deeper context, it doesn't do it. Right. So again, this guy is overblowing it. His mind is blown about the findings, but he doesn't realize, like, yeah, these things work like that in theory. Right. But I mean, yeah, trolls can use and like hostile operators, which are like basically professional trolls for a government. Yeah, they can also use AI. And that's basically what he's telling you. And this is a problem for the internet. But it's not the end, though, as kind of the title of the video suggests. Anyway, let me continue.
The chain between creation and monetization has any incentive whatsoever to care if it's real. You could see this playing out everywhere. Of YouTube's 100 fastest growing channels last year, nearly 10 were fully AI generated. Slop was the Merriam-Webster word of the year for 2025. We went from selfie to slop in about 10 years. That's basically the arc of the internet in a single sentence. And I mean, look, the internet was always full of spam. Let's not pretend it wasn't. But at least the spam used to be stupid. You could see it coming from a mile away. The grammar was shit. You had...
And here's the irony of it. If the developing algorithm that will create spam realizes that there is a weird nostalgia, it will actually start creating AI generated spam that will resemble more like it is being done by humans. Because it can. That's one thing he's overlooking. Like, it can actually emulate. I mean, the nostalgia AI generated stuff is like really good because it really seems to be able to capture the fine effects of specific type of things like that. The cultural aspects, the fine details that really shape the feel of it. It can actually work with that really refined. So you're saying like, oh, it used to be low quality and you knew it was humans. Yeah, well, guess what? The AI can actually eventually come to emulate that on purpose. Why? Well, because people might be complaining about it's like too perfect, it's too manipulated. I feel like robots are trying to mind control me, and I don't like that. I want to see that it's some silly human that's trying to do that. Well, guess what? It can actually then emulate that. And that's something that he's overlooking. It's kind of funny though. Anyway.
Had like 3 different fonts in a single sentence. Nobody fell for that shit. Almost nobody. And now the spam is smarter than you. It writes better than you. The spam went out and got a college degree, and you're still on your parents' phone plan. And Nikita. Poor Nikita. I mean, he's still in there fighting. He added a dislike button to replies last week. That's basically like the forefront of spam fighting today. A freaking dislike button. And so you're probably wondering,
dude.
Okay, so...
Da, da, da. You guys watching, you know anybody that might be like involved in this sort of thing somehow? Dislike button. Let's take a look. Oh, well, what do you know? This video, even just 20 minutes going, with 70 viewers, has 1,180 roughly downvotes. Sound familiar, huh? You think that's an AI video? Yeah, that's really funny, Sammy boy. I actually put a comment on the video saying exactly that. It's like, I'll read the comment
what
afterward,
happens
but
next?
yes.
What's the play? But this isn't that kind of video. There's no solution to this. This isn't a problem. Personalized and so well written that the only way to know if something is real is if you already know the person who sent it. If some stranger emails you a perfectly crafted pitch, it's fake. If you get a LinkedIn message that seems weirdly relevant to like your exact career situation, fake. You get a DM from a beautiful woman who seems genuinely interested in your personality, brother, come on. The old internet wasn't perfect, but at least smart people could recognize the spam from a mile away. In the new internet, you won't be able to tell anymore, because the thing that's trying to fool you was built from the ground up to be better at fooling you than you are at not being fooled. It's not a fair fight. It's not even close. And in the meantime, the only thing that still means anything on this internet is the people you already trust. It's not going to be the individual posts or the platforms or the algorithms. It's people, specific humans who have earned it over time. That's it. That's all that's left.
There you go. Let's check out my comment there. Yeah. This video is so incredibly well thought out. After hearing out all of the warnings, I have to ask, is this video an AI generated video? The guy did actually respond to said, listen to your heart on this one. Which is not an answer, by the way. Just saying. But he's probably just picking up on the joke of it and responding like, the guy is pretty smart. Obviously. But yeah, I actually made that comment. Check it out yourself. But yeah, noteworthy. And I had some good comments to it. I'm glad I was able to share that. Right, also I bumped into this video that really captured my heart. I thought just it was so funny. And I just liked it. Just some lady from Poland made a little comedy sketch concerning the oil crisis. So basically says price in Germany 2030. Let's play this. She has 2 bottles around her neck, diesel and benzene, gasoline. It's probably just cola, but it's the idea. The fuel dealers. I mean, lovely. It's so simple, and it just brought a smile to my face. And I mean, it's funny, but I mean, it's also kind of fucked up, of course. But I'm glad they're still able to make a joke about it. Red minds. Yeah, Sammy boy. No, I was surprised I didn't see more of those types of comments in there, to be fair, because it is really the question to ask, right? After all that expose. Yeah. But it would be kind of ironic that eventually the warning conspiracy videos about AI will eventually all be AI generated. Why? Because it's easier. But I mean, the irony will be insane. Like, I think it will eventually go to the point where users will basically get addicted to it, and then instead of like, you know what, people don't actually like AI videos, so I'm gonna do it myself. No. Instead, they will try to make sure that the AI video is really good at hiding that it's an AI video. People will probably like have AI videos of themselves talking about something that is purely AI generated and seeming as casual and realistic, like it's actually raw and real as possible. And they will have AI generated footage of that, of themselves, when they could literally just step in front of a camera generated and seeming as casual and realistic, like it's actually raw. Kind of dumb, and like they don't know how to talk. Why? Because they never actually did it. They just had a freaking AI put their skin on and be an actor for them. Like the AI sort of possesses their virtual self and then just does it all for them. That will happen a lot, especially with younger generations. And it's going to be weird. You're going to have like, people that are just super awkward, super silent. They don't really know. And then they're like, hey, I want to tell you something. Take a look at this video. And then they will have a video of themselves acting out and telling you and sharing something and, I don't know, asking out for a date, they will show you a screen with a simulated them that's gonna ask you on a date because they in physical person won't be able to do it. It's gonna happen. I'm telling you, it is gonna happen. It's gonna happen to people. They're gonna be like, what the fuck just happened today? And then after a few years, it's like, yeah, I know a lot of people that do that. It's kind of weird. Can you imagine? You just have like these youngsters and they're dating. And all they're doing is just beep 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 on their phones, and then they show their phone that literally plays out a virtual character of themselves that talks to the other person then beep 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 on their phone gives them their response with their virtual character. And that's gonna be how they date. What? What is this? Yeah, the link's not working. And I don't know if I should actually even be checking it out. But yeah, the link ain't working. Sammy boy. I mean, there might already be like weird couples in Japan that literally do this kind of thing. I mean, if it's gonna start somewhere, it's there, you know it. It's like, I've seen it in my vision. And it's weird. It's like very autistic in a way. Culture future, AI generated virtual representative dating. Right, so it's not just like, oh, my virtual character online that I'm just like gonna coom over or whatever, gross. Ugh. No, actually using your own representation of who you are to interactively do that with the other person. Because before it's like, oh, you just have a little video of something that you want to represent yourself, you work on that, and then you put it down. It takes some time, and then you have that thing. But with the AI, you can literally like very quickly, within seconds, have some prefab thing roll out for you that you can really fine tune. So what I just said, like, that could become a reality, not just like online things, but also in face-to-face situations where people will literally use quick AI simulations of themselves that will do the talking for them. Like their little robot representative. Because they're effectively turned into socially incapable zombies that can now only do that. It's weird, it's super nerdy, and it's kind of autistic, and I mean, it's gonna happen. It might already be happening. But if it's already happening, I'm telling you, it's gonna spread, especially with younger generations. It's... yeah. And it's gonna like weird out the older generations too, because they'll do that with everybody, and then like older people are gonna be, stop using that thing. Just talk to yourself. Because they're sick of like talking to a screen every time they want to address their kid. Because of course there is way more to communication than just a video message. There's like senses, there's things that you feel. Other people can pick up what you feel, can pick up on your state. These things they're not going to be able to communicate, or barely. Very unlikely so, if they're going to be AI generated virtual representative dependent. I should put that word in there too, dependent. Yeah. A lot, but it has little spikes, but not continuously, so whatever, it should be fine. Most of the video does seem to just be coming across fluently. Right. Dude, Palm Beach Pete is gonna be such a freaking meme. Because, I mean, that's... if I was like 4chan or something, if I put myself in that frequency of thinking, like... that's what I would do. I would literally like make him into like this meme. Like he's the king of the world, and like everywhere you just get to see him. I could imagine that something like that could happen. That is gonna be like really famous through just meme pushing, because it's so weird and it's funny, and I mean, still, it could be him. But if it is, then he's been really put into what he is now through an MK Ultra type effect. Like, this might be his retirement personality, and that retirement personality might literally be incapable of connecting up with the memories or the awareness of anything that the main form, the Epstein guy, that he did. Like, he might literally not remember anything and have no ability to access that at all. It's a full-blown personality. And I mean, the thing about that is you can't really tell, because all your senses are going to tell you, like, no, this guy is just a guy. He just... it's not Epstein. It's not like that at all. He feels different. And, well, yeah, that's exactly what a deep personality alteration form of MK Ultra, like drug-influenced psychological manipulation, that's exactly what that can do, right? So, just saying. But I mean, is it relevant? I mean, I don't know. It's only relevant if somehow he falls out of his personality and starts to by accident remember shit again. Basically get nightmares and weird impulses. And it's like, where the hell is this coming from? Because I mean, if the guy's been like eating flesh and all that, human flesh, then he might be having all kinds of parasites that are like permanently part of his body that he won't be able to get out, that will re-emerge, and with it the impulses, right? Craving for human flesh. I mean, that might literally happen to him by accident. So even though he's been reprogrammed, physical components of all, because as a consequence of all the actions he's done, will re-emerge, and it will be alien to him. He will be freaking out from the vantage point of his new character's perspective, which he's permanently anchored to. Like, that is what he is now. Approached him and just like, hey, you kind of look like a really important guy. Like, we can like give you a big bonus if you, I don't know, have your teeth checked out by our dentist. That'll like make it exactly in a way, and then you get like a huge amount of money and basically retire early and just live a mellow life, which he seems to be having. So he might have been like connected up to him as a potential double, and then it just never happened. That could be. That could be. That could have happened a long time ago. Like decades. And it's all just kind of in the past for him. So he barely even remembers. But maybe he does remember. Maybe he will eventually get something like that. Like, yeah, I was approached to kind of be like a double, and I sort of cooperated, but it then never really happened. And I'm glad of it, because I do not want that guy's life. It's, yeah. And it would only be ceremonial anyway, because he can't fulfill all those things that Epstein was doing if it's not actually him, right? So yeah, possibilities. I find it fascinating, and I mean, we'll probably not see, this is not going to be the end of Palm Beach Pete anytime soon. I think he's going to probably stick to the internet as a meme, artificially enforced by weird 4chan type people. Right. Okay, let's take a look around. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you are. That would be nice if you do that. Let's take a look around. What's going on? Ugh. Yeah. Right, so yeah, the oil crisis is not to an end yet. The video that I played earlier is very appropriate. Because, I mean, it's not stopping. Israel and Iran, they're all just like blowing up gas, oil refineries and shit, and it just keeps going and going, and it's an unmitigated disaster that's like, this is not going to be fixed in decades, I predict. Like, it's going to take decades to actually sort of build it up to where it used to be functioning the way it did. Decades. If it's even able to happen at this point. Because, like, all these nations, they might all, like, go bankrupt and just lose complete grip over everything, and then it might not even get rebuilt. Because they don't have the money, and it's not stable anymore, and they can't find any investors all of a sudden to even do that, and yeah, that'll just be fucked. That could happen too, because of all this. There's no guarantee that it's even gonna build back up at this point. It's a really bad situation. Right? And I mean, the US is seeking ceasefire talks and all that, and yeah, and Iran is refusing because they don't trust them, and yeah, because of how this all started, they blew up the negotiators. So it's just, there's not gonna be, there's only one way to end it, and that is to fulfill the conditions. To leave. Just leave. And that's it. But it seems like Trump just refuses to do that, and so it's going to keep escalating until there's absolutely nothing left. Unless somebody or a group of people stops this from happening from inside of the government. Like, basically forces him to stop. Make him step down. Whatever is necessary to make this stop. Yeah? And it might not happen. It might literally, everybody will just talk about it, think about it, and let him just go all the way, and it'll be completely fucked, and it will not be a win in the end. But a lot of damage and a total economic disaster and an absolute end of the dollar with, like, petrodollar? What petro? It's not, there isn't any. It's over then. So, yeah. Choose your outcome, I'd say, to the Americans. Like, what are you going to, how far are you going to let it happen? With the result that this is going to lead to, and like everybody will share that same outlook. Like, there's no like, oh no, it could turn out really well, we could win. No, you fucking can't. It's not gonna happen. Stop it. Stop the doubling down disease. Mental disorder. You gotta stop. It's a gambling addiction. It needs to stop. They need to stop. They need to be stopped of doing that. Because it's driven by a delusion. By an idealistic view that literally is completely impossible to happen. Like, it cannot be achieved. It can only be dreamt about with no possibility to actualize it. So it's got to stop. Alright. So what else is going on? There's apparently some vaccine debate thing going on. I think. Let me take a closer look. Yeah, in Germany. They're really working on it, and there's all kinds of hassle because, I mean, what Big Pharma did in collusion, there's so much fraud and criminality in it. And like, people knew that as it was happening, and like everybody was just put on this track and they ignored everything. Well, it's coming to bite them in the ass now. it's coming back. Time of reckoning is gonna come. Like, I think that justice for the whole COVID fiasco worldwide is going to be resolved very relatively quickly. It's gonna be finalized. Maybe the link doesn't work. Okay, you literally posted the same thing. Oh. It worked. Oh, Cleary. Okay. Your dad sent you a link to a Cleary video? I mean, what is that about? Does this concern me somehow? Sammy boy? Or are you just saying like, hey, it's actually me, Cleary? Right? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Whatever. Alright, I'll see if you're gonna respond to that. Maybe you're not even in the chat anymore. Whatever. It's all fine. Seems like the Epstein files are still basically getting covered up. At least in England, they're really doing that, pretending like it's not real. And it's crazy because, I mean, the thing is basically completely come out. It's all been published. So it's really cognitive dissonant that there's still mainstream medias that are asked to pretend like it's not real. Or to marginalize it somehow, that it's being overblown, or like it's not literally that kind of thing, right? But it's still happening out there. Crazy. But I mean, media in itself is starting to become under fire. Because, well, the media has done a lot of criminal contributions to all these kinds of situations. COVID, they absolutely are right in the middle of it, making money out of it, lying on record, holding back information, attacking people who didn't play along with the story. And that's criminal. And yeah, there's more things too, of course, with the election situations. They've been doing that. There's all kinds of like criminal activity that's just starting to find a place. And I think that there will be like a crackdown on these mainstream media organizations that have, well, criminally contribute so much to like the nastiest things in the world, and they're going to get indicted for this. They're going to get punished. They're going to get sued and potentially stripped of their media licenses, etc. Some people that were involved in that. I think there is going to be like a crackdown, judicial crackdown on media. It's taken a long time. It's like they've always been kind of left off the hook. But they are gonna get theirs for everything that they've done. It's starting to get tackled. People are starting to like work on it. So yeah, it all just keeps going and going out there, and I mean, lawyer people are really busy with this, and they have been for years. But I mean, it does seem to be like culminating more now, actually getting to the point where it will get resolved. Because I mean, these judicial procedures, they always oh, it looks like the whole eat the bugs industry is collapsing. It never hit off good. Well, and I mean, maybe not necessarily good. It's not over here, and not anywhere really, because it's just practically not good. It's not actually healthy. Beef and chicken and raw milk are just really functional, really nutritious, and bugs are just not. And it's not even that cheap to really make and maintain it. And it's just, yeah, they've made losses. They're not hitting it off. They're not, like, even with all the financial pushing it and the extra advertisement that they get through famous people and nobility and all that have been trying to promote it, and Hollywood people and all that, it's just not working. It's not hitting off. And I mean, it shouldn't, because it's not actually good. The whole idea of Eat the Bugs is based on an ideological framework that literally puts people's health on a lower scale of importance. Like, it doesn't actually care about people's health. It's created in a eugenics type of light, where it's like, you know what, if a lot of people die because of it, then, well, we're overpopulated anyway. That's the attitude that is behind the Eat the Bugs plan. And thus, people that are going to be realistic about what will this actually work, yeah, they will just come to the logical conclusion, no, it doesn't. It's actually not healthy. People will get sick. People will get like an abundance of parasites, will get issues, and it will bioaccumulate, and it's just not going to work out. It's gonna make a population really unhealthy if you standardize it, and that's just not avoidable. Can't fix that somehow. And so, yeah, it's logical, and it's a relief that the Eat the Bug industry is failing. Good news, right? I mean, maybe you could just like use it for fish food or something. I'm sure the fish are gonna have no problems eating bugs. Like for fish farms or something. Like that might work. There's just enough biocycles it's gonna go through, then eventually like the detrimental parts are not gonna arrive in our bodies, right? So yeah, just feed the bugs to the fish, and then you can eat the fish, and then you won't have the detriments, right? But I mean, yeah, it's not gonna be a staple food industry. It's just not gonna happen. It's never gonna be that big. It's not effective. Right, let's put that in the title. The Eat the Bugs industry has failed despite artificial prop-up. Good. Thought that was noteworthy. Right, anyway, I hope everybody appreciates the show. It's 1 hour in. OBS is giving a couple of glitches here and there, but I mean, it's sparingly, so it's not continuous. That's good. Hope everybody appreciates the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you are. Right. Right. Anything else? What's going on? Right. Okay, I think I might just be rounding out the show. Right, why have a long show every damn time? I mean, if there's gonna be more interaction here, then yeah, sure. It's like Timey Boy just wanted to drop that link to some Cleary page on Instagram, but I mean, that's it. Apparently that's all he came here to do. Right, it's just a bunch of general stuff out there right now. Nothing, no new development. I mean, it's things like, hell, the LGBTQ directive is getting scrapped from the Fortune 500. But I mean, that was already kind of happening for a while. But I guess it's just a continuing trend. Like, yeah, the time of that being like corporately enforced, it's drawing to an end. And I mean, thank God. Thank God it is. It's crazy that it ever mainstreamed like it did. Crazy. With a lot of backlash. I mean, it's... people accuse that to be the reason, like, why big Hollywood productions have failed. And I mean, you could argue, like, yeah, but they just did that as a cover, as an excuse. But I mean, you can't really tell. What you can tell is that, like, yeah, when movies and all that have been really predominantly woke, it really put off a lot of people, and then it bombed. It did not get a good score from the public, and that's just been happening and happening and happening and getting worse. And so, yeah, can't just hold on to it if it's like blatantly failing, because it's bad for your company. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's an ongoing process. It's been happening for like since when has that been happening? I think like since 2016. So I guess it's been kind of starting to stop for a decade. It's still out there, but it is getting more sparse. It's more rare that you get that sort of thing shoved in your face now. Right. I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. I'm doing fine. For some reason, didn't really sleep all that well, but I think it's just because of the damn temperature swings. It's just sometimes when that happens a lot, I just don't rest all that well, and then other times it's like optimal, and then I rest really well. So yeah, it just goes back and forth. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, there's nobody there. Right. I'm gonna round out the show. It's fine. Thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. Please also do support me for the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, gifts, and go. Links are all in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I can really use it. Right, I'll be back tomorrow with Letter of Early Bird number 2587 on a Thursday.
I'm coming!
Hope to see you all then. Everybody have a great rest of this Wednesday, and yeah, until the next video.